Welcome back, everybody, to Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You are listening to the Gazette News Hour with Doug and John, and we have a very special guest. It's that time of year, John. It's football season. We got
frozen tundras of Canyon Country.
We've got NFL, we've got college, and one of my favorites is high school. And our special guest today is the head coach of Canyon High School, Mr. Rich Gutierrez. Rich, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How's it going?
How are you, man?
Rich, thanks for coming on, first of all.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
So you got a scrimmage tonight with Palmdale, is that right?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Now, when you guys have a scrimmage tonight, is this a full-out kickoffs and everything, or how does it work?
You know what? We actually run it somewhat similar. This is going to be a new kind of scrimmage that we're running. It's like more game scenario. We will have like segmented portions, which are like our kickoff and our punt and PAT, but we're going to try to run some quarters, which basically means you're going to go, 3 and outs, and if you get a 3 and out, then you punt or punt return, and which is generally not how like scrimmages go, but just more game format.
Game format. Hey, I was looking at your schedule. You guys have a tough out-of-conference schedule.
We do. I'm excited about it. I think the kids are pumped for it as well, and I think it's only going to make you stronger down the stretch.
Yeah, Foothill's going to be tough, but Westlake and then Clovis West?
Westlake, Clovis West, we got Notre Dame, Fort Hill.
Rich, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
What were you thinking?
I'm crazy. I'm out of control.
Yeah.
I believe in my kids. That's what it is.
I think the Raiders are free one of those weeks. They probably have a bye. Just saying. Jeez.
That's a good one right there.
Oh, man.
Hey, Rich, your quarterback that's coming back, Mr. Cade Apsay, did a fantastic job last year as a junior, and he's coming back. But he's losing Canyon High's all-time leading receiver, Drew Wolotarski.
Yes, he is.
So
that's got to be tough to recover
from. Who is Cade going to throw to this year?
You know what? He has I want to say like an assortment of receivers out there. Liam Cabrera last year actually was a sophomore, pretty much almost led CIF as a sophomore in the Northern Division. So he complimented Cade very well. Zach Chua, who's been out there for a while. Dominic Somayeda, Alec Abinanti. I mean, it's nice to have a complement of receivers. The kids consistently work with each other. They've done a great job over the off season, so I'm really excited. They started real early with each other, and they got a lot of camaraderie, so it's kind of nice.
Now, to complement a passing game, you got to have a running game, and I'm noticing Travis Clark and Dominic Panucci. Are they your big-time returners?
You know what? Travis actually is a starter on defense for us.
Okay.
Myron McAfee, he's a returner from last year. He was a sophomore on varsity. He was all Foothill League last year. Dominic Panucci, I mean, obviously Dominic is, he's lightning fast and has done some exceptional things, I think, not only in the football world, but in the track world.
Yes, that's
and then we also have a young man who's new to the program, Elijah Williams, and they've all, they all complement each other real well, so it's kind of nice. They're all different in some ways, too.
So Elijah Williams, he transferred in from Alamany, is that right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be exciting. So, okay, let me ask you a big global question here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The changes in the CIF and the Foothill League, how do you feel about that?
Like what? Which one are you talking about? Like changes in what capacity?
The restructuring of the teams.
It kind of began last year. Are you talking about the Northern Division?
Yeah, the Northern Division
movement from like the Miramani to the Pac-5.
Exactly.
I think it's an interesting thing. I think when you play teams, I don't mind playing, those teams. Obviously, I think that's why we picked up Westlake. I think it makes you stronger. I think what CIF is trying to do is kind of move in a direction where it's almost like Texas and, say, Florida, where there's the private school sector,
right,
and then maybe the high school and the public school sector, and it just kind of keeps things on an even ground. I'm not saying like recruiting-wise. I'm just saying, there's different types of athletes that move around.
Exactly.
And, I think it's great. I think it's good for football. I think ultimately the teams that want to play each other are going to play each other, whether it's in preseason or, in league. I think obviously the CIF is moving towards almost re-leaguing individual schools to kind of fit they just have the all-Catholic school league that's kind of moving
exactly
in that wave. But I think you're still going to play the teams that you want. I think that's why, we have a really good relationship with like Notre Dame.
Hey, Coach, let me interrupt you because I have another question. When they seed you for the playoffs, do they take in consideration your non-conference schedule?
You know what? I would think so.
I think they have to.
I would think so, but I've seen scenarios that occurred. Like last year, Crespi went 8-2, but they didn't make it. And it was you always wonder just how that determination was made. But it's real tricky. It's tricky, but
it's never in your hands. Hey, all right, so we can't let you off the phone without talking about the Foothill League in general.
Yeah.
Biggest competition. Who do you got out there?
Oh, I think, are you talking about like just all the schools out here?
Out of all the schools, if you couldn't pick Canyon to win it all, who's going to win it all?
You know what? I think it's always hard to, like, not say Valencia's going to, Valencia's obviously going to put up a fight. They always, being, 4-time league champions consecutively.
Yeah.
I think you always have to put them up front because, they outside of that, they got exceptional coaching, Coach Muir and Coach Waters and all those guys, Coach Arnold. I mean, we're all pretty much close out here in some way.
That's true.
But, Valencia's great. Hart has some fantastic athletes. Coach Bourne over at Saugus, he's always coaching, and, I mean, he does some great things. Coach Fisher, and then, with Coach Miller at West Ranch, I mean, I think everybody's just kind of putting their best foot forward. We're all getting after it, and we enjoy what we do, and this is a great community. I mean, I don't think you can get any better. This is pretty much football country.
It's football country. All right, I have to ask, and I apologize in advance for even asking this. Is this the year? I had 3 daughters. They all went to Golden Valley. Mm-hmm. Do you think they actually win a Foothill League game this year?
You know what? I think it's always a possibility. I think you can never discount them.
All right.
I've always believed in Golden Valley. I think they have some great. I mean, you go back years and years. You gotta play. It's something I say to anyone I've ever been interviewed by. Like, you know what? Anything can happen on Friday night.
Exactly.
That you can never ever discount anybody, and you got to go out there and perform to the best of your ability. And I think any school has that capability.
Right.
Hey, Coach, we're coming to the end of our time. We really appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you if during the season, can we get you on again and kind of update how the season's going and discuss past games and future games?
Doug, I feel honest. I feel honored being here. So we could do this every week.
Oh, okay.
Doug, you know me. I never stop talking. So it's kind of like
I wasn't going to say that.
What I do.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for being on.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
See you,
And go
Coach.
Cowboys. There
All
you
right,
go.
go Cowboys.
There you go. All right. Once again, you've been listening to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM 1220, Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS. Hopefully, we'll be right back. I think we will. Probably. Maybe. Okay, nobody's saying yes.